Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. We are learning the meaning of the verses of Sri Guru Gita based on Guru Gita Artheshwari, written by Her Highness Mahayogi Swami Umananda Saraswati. As asserted by Gurudev, Sri Guru Gita Mahamantra is a self-study that enhances and fosters the art of living in present age of darkness known as Kali Yuga. Today we are going to learn the meaning of the verse 77.
गुरुरादिरनादिश्च गुरुपरमदैवतं गुरो परतरं नास्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः.
The Guru has a beginning and he is without beginning. He is the supreme deity. There is nothing higher than he. Salutations to the Guru. Though he lives, he was never born as such. The Guru is eternal God. Guru is the origin of all, source of everything, himself a causeless cause of the universe. Guru is the highest principle and not a mere personality. Through Guru's body, mind and intellect, Guru Tattva, the highest and greatest light in the form of bliss, divine joy and love, expresses itself day and night, always, continuously, without any break, and constantly. Guru is full of Chaitanya, a form of divine light. Guru is love personified, love in person. Before the creation of this world, the divine light alone was in existence. Out of this light divine, everything has been created, has been born, has come into existence, is supported by it only, and in the end will be dissolved also in it. The origin and source and support of all creation, evolution and dissolution are the light divine. This light is self-effulgent, independent. It has no beginning, no end. It always exists. It can never be non-existent. It is a state of existence, a presence. It does not belong to past or future. It is always present. It is unseen but can be perceived in the form of Guru. It expresses itself through Guru. Right from the beginning of the world up to the end of it, the Lord of the world, Guru, also manifests himself in some form. Guru is the only support of the universe. Guru alone is truth. Guru only is reality, constant, eternal entity. Guru alone is the supreme God and Lord of the world. All other gods and goddesses are inferior to Guru in the sense that Guru is the Lord, Master of all the gods. Therefore, Guru Bhakti means worship of all other gods. Guru Bhakti also includes all types of worship of all deities. Once this is known, the time and energy that are wasted in worshipping individual deities after deities during one's whole life would be saved. One should not and need not waste one's life in ritualism. Guru Bhakti is quite enough, more than enough. If the boss in our office is favorable to us, there is no necessity of flattering his assistants anymore. When a person comes with a minister to the secretariat, his work is done immediately. He is attended to promptly and he himself wonders how and when the paper is duly signed and returned to him. Similarly, the one who is Guru Bhakta finds himself blessed by all gods and goddesses automatically without any special, deliberate, separate, independent efforts on his part. Similarly, the one who is Guru Bhakta finds himself blessed by all gods and goddesses automatically without any special, deliberate, separate, independent efforts on his part. Because Guru is the boss of all gods, he alone governs them, rules over them. There is no one and no thing superior to, higher and greater than Guru. Guru is the most supreme, highest and greatest. Therefore, the seeker should devote himself to the Guru only. It includes all other sadhana too. Let us salute to such grand Guru Tattva. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.